Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about spiritual bypassing traps that you should avoid. Let's get started. The spiritual awakening process is far from an easy process. And if we're being honest, the majority of individuals will go through a traumatic event. And that is how they're going to begin their awakening. Or else it's going to be a series of painful experiences. It just seems like this long streak of bad luck that comes in, and it leaves you with no choice but to have your spiritual awakening. And it's completely normal that you're going to have done some of these spiritual bypassing traps. And what I mean by spiritual bypassing traps is using spirituality to escape your reality instead of using spirituality to enrich your reality. And this is completely normal. As far as for myself, I'll give you an example. As far as for myself, when I first had my spiritual awakening, I became very, very ungrounded. I literally, exactly what I just said, I use spirituality to escape my reality. But the truth of the matter is, I was in such a low place. I went through years and years of what would people would consider bad luck, one painful experience after another. I had so many things trapped in my heart that I literally had to forget about all of my reality and just put all of the focus on myself. Get that inner work done. Remove all those painful experiences from my heart. Peel back the layers and discover who I was. But at a certain point, for those of you who are in this stage right here, at a certain point, it's time to get back out in reality. And like I say, instead of using spirituality to escape your reality, you're going to be using it now to enrich your reality. Another spiritual bypassing trap that I ended up falling for was thinking that I was going to be able to manifest things just from meditating, just from being as spiritual as I can possibly be. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did manifest certain things, but it was once I got back out into the reality, once I got back out into the world, and instead I started to listen to that guidance I was receiving. I was starting to act on it. And that's when all the signs and synchronicities started to show up. And that's when it's like basically, it's like that yellow brick road. I was able to see exactly which path I should take, which decisions I should make in order to bring forth my manifestation. And it is scary at first. After your hermit phase, you're like, oh my God, how are people going to react to me? Are people going to be judging me? But know this, the way people are going to judge you is the way that you judge yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, and guess what? That's what's going to be reflected back on your reality. And not only this, as you've gone through all this stage, this spiritual awakening stage, you've raised up your vibrations. Therefore, you're going to be attracting individuals that are going to be matching that vibrational frequency. And that's why you notice a lot of times people drop out of your life because they're no longer the same vibrational frequency and they would be holding you back as far as the forward progress that you should be making. Another spiritual bypassing trap that certain individuals go through is their spiritual ego. And I'm going to be honest with you, as far as for myself, my ego literally got smashed 6 months before my spiritual awakening. Therefore, I didn't really have much of a problem with this. But what do I mean by your spiritual ego? What I mean by this is you've had your awakening, you're making all these realizations, you're gaining all this newfound knowledge, and now instead of using it to bring yourself closer to other individuals, because we are all part of one infinite consciousness. Therefore, we are all one. We are all just different expressions of ourselves. But once you gain all this knowledge, if you start thinking this way, as far as I'm smarter than you, I have more knowledge, I'm wiser, I know absolutely everything, you just don't understand me, you're causing separations between you and other individuals. And it's okay to think, okay, you know more than others. But what you need to understand is, as far as the spiritual awakening process, everyone is going to awaken. And as far as the process, there's no reward for getting through each stage at the fastest pace. What's important is being as thorough as possible during each phase. And by letting go of this spiritual ego, you're going to start to notice that individuals that are matching your vibrational frequency, therefore individuals who have had their awakening, who are at your stage or possibly ahead or just a little bit behind, are going to start to come into your life. Because by separating yourself from other individuals, is it, oh, I'm wiser than you, you just don't understand. Well, that's what you feel inside, that's what you're thinking, therefore that's what you're projecting out into your reality. So instead, think of it the other way. Think of it as I'm meeting all kinds of kind, loving, caring individuals who are at the same stage that I'm at or are beyond. And what you're going to notice is by doing this, you're going to be starting to attract your soul tribe. You're going to be starting to attract individuals who are at about the same level or a little bit ahead or a little bit behind. You might end up attracting a mentor, someone who's going to be able to help you understand things at a much deeper level that allow you to get past that certain blockage that you currently have. This next trap that most people fall for, I wouldn't call it a spiritual bypassing trap, but I would just call it a trap because it's slowing down your forward progress. It's literally creating a blockage, an invisible blockage that isn't even there. And that is the spiritual community hyping up a lot of different aspects as far as spirituality. For example, opening up your third eye, connecting with your angels and your guides, your empathic ability, your intuition. Oftentimes it gets heightened up to the point where it leaves you asking yourself, has my third eye even open? Do I even feel my intuition? Am I even receiving any type of guidance from my angels and my guides? And the truth of the matter, it's a lot more subtle than this. As far as your third eye opening up, it could just start off being that you're now being able to see the BS as in is in the news, in the media. You're now able to see beneath the surface. It's not going to be all of a sudden, oh, everything is just so much more colorful and I'm just having so many different visions. Because the truth of the matter, as far as our psychic abilities, it's not just your third eye. I'm clairsentient. For me, it's in my heart space. And it's the same thing, connecting with your angels and your guides. Oftentimes, let's say you see a time, or whatever, you just see a number. Whenever you're asking yourself this, well, I wonder what that number means. That's your angels connecting with you. Right there, you just channeled your angels and your guides. And it's the same thing, you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you just get, oh my God, you just get this bright idea. Well, guess what? You are already connecting with them. Therefore, open up to them. And as far as your intuition, it's your gut instinct. It's your gut feeling. You've had this feeling ever since you're young. You ever walked into a situation, you're like, oh, I just don't know. I really shouldn't be doing this. Well, that's your intuition. Therefore, stop trying to see it as something that's just going to, you know what I mean? It's like a firework. It's just going to be explosive at first. Because most times it is very subtle. Just like certain individuals who have their spiritual awakening. It's so subtle that it leaves them asking, have I really had my spiritual awakening? It's not always, big fireworks. Sometimes it's subtle. Therefore, just continue to believe that you have this ability and work on it. Practice it. Amplify it. And as you raise your vibration, you're going to see your empathic ability, you'll get heightened up. Your psychic abilities during meditation, I'll be honest with you, during meditation, are going to be amplified up. You're going to be seeing things, you're going to be understanding things, you're going to be gaining deeper knowledge with this ability. But it's not always fireworks. Sometimes it is very subtle. So stop thinking that, oh, have I opened my third eye? Has my intuition, my heart chakra fully open? And begin to believe that it has, because it has. The last trap that I'm going to talk about is waiting to be too prepared to start moving forward on your spiritual journey. What am I talking about? It's literally wanting to have all the answers now before you even start to take your first step. Feeling as though you need to know everything in order to start doing more and more of what it is that you're passionate about. And the truth of the matter is, the answers are always going to come in perfect divine timing. Truth of the matter is, just beginning to start taking action. As far as that guidance that you're receiving, start taking action. Take that first step. And if at a certain point you're not receiving that guidance, take a step back. It's all right. You know what? Enjoy life. That's what's happening right there. It's letting you know, listen, you've just made it. You've just taken a quantum leap. You've made a big progress as far as your forward journey. Now it's time to take a step back, relax, enjoy life, take in that knowledge, learn from that experience, and prepare yourself to move forward. And for myself, I literally waited 1 year past when I should have started as far as my YouTube channel because I was comparing myself with others. I was looking at other YouTubers who've been awakened for like a decade, and I was trying to compare myself with them when in reality it doesn't matter because this isn't a competition as far as all these different channels. We're all here for the same purpose, to help awaken the collective, help raise the collective consciousness, help raise the vibration here on earth. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, start tapping into this passion. Start to do more and more each and every single day. Start tapping into it, because as you do this, it's going to bring out that childlike excitement. And think about how magical life was when you were a child. But it's a matter of starting to take action, and you're going to receive the answers when you need them. Open up to your angels and your guides. Any type of blockages you have, open up to them as far as how am I able to move forward. If you ever feel you're getting stuck, you're like, I can't do this, there's just no way that I can get this done, start putting a question out there. How can I achieve this? And I'm telling you this, you are going to receive, either you're going to receive the answers from your angels, or you're going to have someone come into your life that at the perfect divine timing, that's going to have the answer for you. This happened to me during my, while I was creating my spiritually based website. I got stuck at a certain part. I just couldn't do it. I went into that victim mentality, that negative mentality. I can't do this. I can't do this. But then I shifted to how can I do this? Within 5 days, I was able to get that problem resolved. Therefore, just start taking action. 2021 is going to be about taking action, but you're not going to be doing this alone. In 2021, you're going to see so many light workers are going to be connecting together, joining forces. Right now, we're just light beacons all around the world, but all of a sudden, we're going to be grouping up, and it's going to amplify that light. And if you're remotely feeling stressed, get yourself out in nature. Get yourself grounded. Open up to your angels and your guides. Open up to Mother Gaia about what it is that you're struggling with. Allow that stress to melt away. Get yourself in that present moment and let go of worrying of whatever something might happen before it even does. Because the majority of the time we worry about things and they never happen. Therefore, relax, get yourself in the present moment, and be open, ready, and willing and able to receive a blessing, to receive a manifestation. Stop looking at it as, what do I need to do in order to get this done? Nothing. You are on the right path. As of this very moment, you are taking the necessary steps forward in order to bring forth your manifestations. And as far as for myself, I just see them as gifts for staying on the right path, gifts for making the right choices in life. Well, that's going to do it for the video. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.